We are back. Back on Arch. Pushing WordPress, Wordfence number 1. We're just getting set up. Why can't I log into Port Swigger to get Burp Suite? What the heck? There we go. Yo, Suka. Yeah. So let's download the software. We gotta get Burp Pro on here. And our license key. Go to CD downloads. TRH balance. Mod plus X Burp Suite. And now we can run that. We are hacking. It's been too long, too busy with random stuff. We got some time though. We got all week this week. Okay. I got Burp on this window up here. Same mic, same chair, same broken chair. Let's see how simple Burp is on Arch. I don't think I've used it for engagements, but not on the home lab yet. Pretty much been using Exegol for anything pen test. We'll call this Tech WordPress Official. Oh, I have Best Suite, which is my custom config. Okay. Yo, Suka. Appreciate you, brother. We're so back. Cannot create file. Why are we saving that in Python? Why don't we just save it in home? Burp Suite Pro. Actually, we'll just do WordPress. WordPress. There we go. I don't know. I haven't turned this laptop on or this computer on in probably 3 months since yesterday. I was just running through updates and stuff. I have to update burp. Are those running now? No, so let's do Docker start WP Tech site, WP Tech MySQL. Okay. Oh yeah, Arch was broken. Hyperland was broken. That I was gonna try and stream yesterday, but way too many updates and changes. Where's burp? Shouldn't it be auto updated? Oh, burp is running. That's why. There we go. There's burp. All right. So I guess let's do CD WordPress. CD plugin. Do we have a plugin installed? We do. WordPress Recipe Maker. That's the one that I was checking out yesterday that we should start on. Okay. So we have to do sudo nano. Let's see, hosts. Let's do OBS disconnected. Let's see what the issue with that is. Are we still good? Are we live? Oh, that's why. There's browser. Okay, well, that was hidden. And let's break this off into its own window over here. Okay, that should be good. I wonder if it's from this. Setting my Etsy host broke something. Could have been that. No, I haven't turned this on in so long. So now we should be able to use advanced scope. WP.local. So it has some DNS resolution. Alright. Yo is My internet keeps dropping. Is it because of my Etsy host? What if we just do like archlinux.local? Would that work? Yeah, okay. We don't want any of that. We don't need that. All we have BERT for is once we find something we want to test. So we really don't even need this right now. I just want to make sure that works. So we have this running now, which is great. Oh, beautiful. And it stays full screen too. That's the best part. Okay. So we can do, let's do NeoVim, WordPress recipe maker. Should probably log in. We'll do WP/content. Just login.php. WordPress login. Oh. Really? There we go. Admin. We're running locally, so have fun with that one. Yo, Zibby. Yo, Blunts. What up? Holy shit. Good to see you, brother. Yo, Zibby. I don't know what's going on with that stream. Some arch issue. It might actually be my router. I might just have to set a static IP for the ARP cache. Alright. So this is the plugin we're going to be messing with. Oh, Wordfence, yeah. Wordfence is a bug bounty program specifically for... Yo, Gabriel. Welcome back, brother. Hello. For bug bounty hunting on WordPress. And right now they're doing double bounty rewards on everything. And so far we have 3 CVEs on Wordfence. Can we do like researchers? Probably just look up our name. These are the latest ones. Or wait, these are oldest. What is this? Oh, this is the highest paid. The highest paid bounty is $8,000 this year, June. Arbitrary file deletion triggered via administration. Form submission deletion. Unauth SQL, it's pretty good. 10 PHP object injection to RCE. The reason that's probably only $5,000 is because it doesn't have a lot of installs. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, it has 100,000. That's pretty good. Okay. All right. But we're going for... where does it show researchers? This is what I've been doing for the last like month and a half, 2 months. When I'm not working, I've been hunting shit on WordPress, which has also been good because I want to learn how to read code. I was gonna name the stream SAS and DAS testing, but I thought Wordfence Speedrun might be more enticing to click on. Yo, Brumbo. Yeah, I say only $5,000. What are you saying? I had to change something on Twitch? I thought I turned off ads on Twitch. Hold on. Someone was complaining about this last time, and I thought I turned them off. I did not mean to. Monetization ads. Ads manager is off, yeah. Ads not scheduled. This is what it's been at. You shouldn't have ads. Try harder, baby. Yo, Jordan, what up, baby? All right. So this is going to be... I mean, this is going to be Struggle Bus to Struggle Bus gets, because there's a few objectives I have from doing this project, which would be 1, learn to read PHP, and C, vulnerabilities. 2 would be learn lazy vim. And efficient, ICIENT, navigations. And 3, obviously find vulns, get paid. By Eurus. So those are our 3 goals for doing this project. And we have the notes going on here. So we'll just keep these as our goals. But it's been fun because I found so far SQL, reflected XSS, and stored XSS. The reflected in SQL, I was able to read in the source code and find it, which that was really cool. The stored XSS was just lucky And also the stored XSS and administrator, the SQL were both out of scope because they were administrator permissions. So they weren't paid for a bounty, but they were valid CVEs. And then the reflected XSS was like $135 payout, which is great. Obviously, any money is good money. Not complaining about that. But also reading from what other people were doing online, and kind of their methodology and approach to this stuff is that they do a lot of like grepping. So like it depends on what you're focused on, right? Because if you're looking for, let's do space / we want to grep for like PHP. Is it echo? It was something echo. Like these. But some of these will, or is it capital echo in PHP? Why is that not? I'm expecting like the escapes and stuff. Unless it just doesn't. And then also just learning Vim motions and getting more comfortable with that. I'm trying to think the command I used before. There's a, what was it? It was like PHP echo. Alright, let's do this. Let's do escape _ HTML. Okay, so maybe that was just for that other. Oh, they're using printf. Add action, WordPress, comment rating form array, class add review to metabox. Where was that echo? Escape HTML. There it is. Comment review status, escape attribute status. So, but yeah, what I was going to say was the people that have been really successful on this have these, like, they built out this library of things to grep for. And then check functions for that. So you can see this, like PHP, escape HTML, this is a regular comment. It should echo the comments. And again, we'll be able to see this in the code. Is that public? And I guess what we could do too, to make this a little easier, let's do, select a template for your recipes. That looks great. We kind of want more. We want more going on. Meta looks fine. So it'll be kind of a mix between SAS and DAS testing. Oh, it's going back to localhost. See, this is the issue. Linux. Why is it doing that? We need to fix that. I just hope this isn't going to mess with. Nat translation. And it's redirecting immediately to see, that works. Why is that going to localhost? Of course, Suka. I was having this issue before, and I did not think it was gonna be an issue. Because I'm almost certain if we do localhost, it's not going to. Yo, Rubber. Yeah, localhost doesn't work. It's just not going to come through. Yeah. Why would this not be working? Let's see, host name. And a switch file. Files is over my host name. Oh. That's so frustrating. New private window. So it's working, it's finding it, it's just not sticking. WP tech login.php. There it goes. Oh my gosh. WordPress redirecting to localhost. No, it is not sticking. Which is really frustrating. Oh, WordPress address URL here. That's why. wp.local. wp.local. There we go. Okay. That was easy. Now we can go back to this. CD WordPress. CD plugins. There we go. So now we can kind of go through these files. We can start with admin. A lot of tools. It looks like those classes are just default, right? So this looks like it's setting up. Let's do function. And then we can just move through these. It's not taking any variables. Yeah, these are just update functions. Okay, so let's do this. We can say completed. And at least that way we'll know, when we grep out the files, we'll know which files we've looked at so far and which ones we haven't. Again, day one of trying the new methodology. It'll tweak if people have better suggestions. I'm all ears. But yeah, we'll just kind of figure it out as we go. Activator. We can do the same thing again. We'll go to function. One function. Okay. GG to the top. Inserts. Say completed. Can't spell. Deactivator. This doesn't really do anything. But yeah, this will be quite the struggle bus trying to, one, learn and read PHP, especially at such a high level. Define the internalization functionality. I think these are all just setups. Load plugin text domain. Yeah, okay. Yo, menacing. Spotted. Completed. Silence is golden. Okay. So all the free files are done. Config. If this file is called directly abort, WordPress include. Completed. No. Alright. Assets, JS stuff. This is not going to be anything. Includes is going to be where the good stuff is. Templates might be interesting. Vendor. We'll start with admin though. See, I don't know what classic editor means. Shortcode buttons though. Shortcode in WordPress is pretty much like references and tags. So if you create a page in WordPress, you can use shortcode to include like a recipe, which might, the shortcode might be like WP Recipe Maker 1. And then that would include your first recipe. And there's vulnerabilities such as arbitrary shortcode execution, where functions will execute shortcode, and you don't have to be authenticated. So if a plugin has a vulnerable function, like a LFI or RC or something like that, you can chain it with other plugins to exploit. Or if that plugin itself has shortcode execution and a vulnerable function or shortcode. But like you can do XSS with shortcode. XSS is a given with shortcode because there's core WordPress utils that will execute XSS. And we can go through all these shortcodes later. WordPress recipe notes is unequal to editor ID. Array post page true. WordPress modal menu button. Escape attribute. Editor ID. Escape attribute title. And then it escapes editor. Or escapes HTML. So let's we can actually, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to see this. We'll go to sample page. Let's edit that. And this will be called nothing. Can we see shortcodes from over here? WordPress Recipe Maker. Get current screen. Add shortcode button takes a single variable. So let's see if we can find what this one would be called. What What is this? Okay. WordPress recipe maker, jump to recipe. So we could do see if jump to recipe is in here. It is not. What is this saying? No, I want to try and find that, where that code is. There it is. Or no, that's output. Jump to recipe shortcode class. Data recipe. Escape recipe ID, escape styles. Where would the shortcode be for that? Actually, you know what might be easier is let's do this. Let's save. Preview. Again, as I've told you guys, this is... Oh, it's not even pointing at anything. That's why. We don't even have a recipe. And these are shortcodes. Is it supposed to list a recipe? Maybe we should make a recipe. Actually, we have a recipe. Insert existing recipe. Oh. Name. Recipe. Recipe 1. Actually, that might get confusing. Let's call it pizza. Pizza recipe. And we can see if anything happens while we're doing this. Custom author name. I don't want to catch these. I really don't. Admin. And so once we get this function, then we can look more into it. Servings, 1 cat. Additional servings, that's a great one. Oh, but the changer won't show up yet. Okay. Estimated cost, $50. Prep time, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute. Cook time, 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes. Resting time, apples. Actually, we'll do this, time label. Custom time. And then we will find this function in the code and take a look at it because there's a lot of input going on here. Categories, appetizer, American. This is gonna get confusing quick. Holy cow, okay. Edit equipment. 1 fork needed. 1 TVSP. 1 tablespoon of forks. Extra forks. Cook forks. Ooh, bulk add instruction. There's a lot of functionality here. There's uploads. Ooh. There's a lot going on here. Negative calories. Yo, Rum. This is Arch Infinite. Extra notes. And look at this. Ingredient links, unit conversions. Okay, so that makes it easy. It's all in the pro versions. So let's start with this. Let's say save and close. Let's take this, center repeater. Create recipe. It's in JSON. They add that. Interesting. Okay. This might be interesting to come back to. Because, first of all, there's no nonce, so this request is technically vulnerable to a CSRF. It's just us to escalate and see what we can do. Maybe we could turn it into like an XSS, right? I think if we could do that, that would be good. I mean, there's possible SQL injection here. We have to look at all of these things in the code. WordPress v2. So this is a REST API route. It is Arch. Look at Arch Linux. So let's forward that. Forward. Let's send that to repeater, and we'll say retrieve recipe. Context edit attributes ID. Okay. Attributes line, attributes template, attributes updated. Interesting. Riced out XP. I told you, it's Windows Vista for serious shit. Post ID 2, local. This will do autosave. Okay, so let's look at that function. Create recipe. This should be a REST route somewhere. Ooh, Elementor. Here's the short code. Prevents outputting random recipe. Let's see, can we find the rest route for this? It's not going to be in shortcodes. It'll be in public, I think, API. Recipe. So it initializes it, add action REST API, add action REST insert. API register recipe data. If function exists, register REST field. Get callback, no update. That's interesting. Where are these defined? There should be like REST routes. Actually, what if we did V2? Yep, so there's that, and this is WPRM recipe. WPRM underscore. Point taxonomy. So it should be in here then. It should be called why is this function so hard to find? I mean, what if we just did the servings unit? This might return a lot, actually. Oh, maybe not. What is this function? Manage recipes bulk edit. We definitely did not do a bulk edit. Unless that doesn't matter. Case change language. No. Why is this so hard to find? Prep time 0, maybe we search by that. Recipe saver. Ooh, there's recipe sanitizer also. I got a whole okay, so this lines up. Actually exactly with our request. So we have type, image ID, image URL. Nice. So here we go. This is what we're looking at. What file is this called? WPRM recipe. Recipe saver. Alright, let's try and fucking read this. This will be fun. Create recipe. Post, array, post type, post status. So it sets draft by default. Post type. Oh, there's custom fields. Recipe ID, WP, insert post, post number. Recipe saver, update recipe. So it looks like you can create a recipe unauthenticated? The only reason I asked that is because I don't see... Oops. Oh, shit. God damn it. Recipe saver. Update recipe. I guess it depends how this is called. If it's that recipe image ID. Okay, so we can just work our way down this image ID. If the recipe image ID. So if that field is set, it goes to this function. It's saying if recipe image ID. It's like a double check. Set post thumbnail to the ID. Recipe image ID. Else delete post thumbnail. What happens if we send this? What if we do fart? Oh, this is creating just new ones. Okay. Set post thumbnail. Oh, if the image ID exists, I guess it's saying, then set it, else delete the thumbnail. Right? Because it's saying set post thumbnail, the ID value would be the recipe image ID. Which is, what if we do 1? Featured image. Can we find this? Set post thumbnail. That must be a WordPress function. WordPress set underscore post underscore thumbnail. Maybe that's not custom. Yeah, okay. Sets the post thumbnail featured image for the given post. Okay. So that makes sense. So it's taking the post number. Okay. All right. If it's set recipe tags, taxonomies equal get taxonomies. For each taxonomy as taxonomy into options key equals substring taxonomy. Where are tags? There are tags. For each taxonomy is taxonomy options, key substring. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's removing the WPRM underscore from this. If recipe equipment is set, equipment's ID is array for each equipment as equipment. Equipment ID recipe equipment set object terms ID equipments. So it requires a number there. But that still doesn't include the other properties. Recipe ingredients. Ingredients flat. Maybe we need the other one of these. Video files, meta fields. Oh, this is what it's saying. It's got the prepend. Okay, so when it returns it, it won't return the WPRM underscore with it. Sanitized title. The post password. Interesting. Hidden recipes. Always update posts, make sure revisions get made. Get recipe post from ID. Fix recipes, add this post as a parent. Okay, so where is... I think we need this sanitizer. If it's set, video embed. Yeah, here we go. Oops. Embed code equals trim recipe. Sanitize recipe. Video embed. So sanitize recipe is an array, right? That's what that means. I'm pretty sure that's calling that item in the array. So sanitize HTML. Okay. WordPress XSS bypassing sanitize. We can probably check out what that function does. That looks like a function, right? Public static function, sanitize HTML, allowed tags. Temperature. Allow administrators to use any HTML they want. Okay, so we're administrators, so I guess, I mean, in theory,